Hey guys and girls, so MB-EX-7. It's a wide open map, lots of pits. Is quite dodgy though. They're all dodgy. Look, I've been trying this with this squad and it hasn't particularly been working out for me. I have been frankly finding that the healers haven't really been keeping up, which is probably a massive, massive issue. So that said, I am actually planning on swapping in Telopsis with skill 2. I'll be retaining Suzuro for now. For now. So you'll need Rope with skill 2, Rope specifically because of her extra range. I also have Project Red just as like an emergency drop-in. I do have Ethan, but I don't really have a rhyme or reason for bringing Ethan. Ethan being deployed sort of relies on how things are going. If you have Manticore, she would probably be a better alternative with skill 2. We need 2 tanks. One quite strong tank and another one as a healer tank, and the healer tank with their second skill. You'll need a pusher. And I'm personally using 2 ranged guards. You could use Blaze, for example, with skill 2. Who else? Where the deployment spots are, it gets a little bit difficult to squeeze in damage dealers. So yeah, it's not a simple map to deploy on. Laser would be alright, just because of how her chain lightning works. I'm thinking maybe Bees Watch, any of the actual over-the-top guards. So the ones that are set to be exclusively behind others, so Whislash and the Angry Cat, there she is, Swire. So those 2 would be okay, they buff the front runner, so they're probably a little bit more useful in this exclusive scenario. Outside of that though, the higher stars you bring, the easier this is obviously going to be. And let's get into it. So because of our 2 vanguards, they're going to be staggered. That's solely for the purpose of having Scavenger's early buff active. So Scavenger is going to be here facing down, and also the second reason for that is because while Courier can sit there and defend all day, he's not very good at attacking. So Courier and Scavenger, both of them attack over the top of each other. Scavenger's skill, and we're going to drop in Telopsis nice and early. Second after that, we're going to drop in Rope, and then we are going to drop in our pusher, who in this particular instance is Shaw, just here. After this, we are going to start placing in damage dealers. So, Lapland here, in this particular example at least. Then I'm going to drop in Suzuro. So basically I'm just waiting for them to both get on that tile. I stunned a little bit early in that example, I probably shouldn't have. That's okay though, so once they're both on that tile, we'll just rope them into the hole. So now, once these guys come out, what we want to do is we want to quickly juggle some of our vanguards. So we're going to pull out courier, we're going to put in a guard, and we're going to put in our healer guard down the bottom. Healer defender, sorry, down the bottom. We're going to wait until they're right in front of shore, and then we're going to push. And hopefully, if you time it right, both of them will go in the hole. So after this, I'm just letting this big guy put a few hits here, and then I'm going to redeploy Aura. Now remember that when he breaks, everything else breaks. So 1, 2, and that locks back up everyone except these guys down the bottom. So it's really important that you remember that these guys are not locked. So we have our next 2 archers. Pull them in. We're going to use Suzuro's skill for the first time. And we're just going to watch for as much as we can get into the hole. So about now. Push. And that gets rid of not all of the trash that's in here, but it gets rid of a lot of it. So after this, we don't need rope. So from here, we can actually deploy Ethan in. And Ethan can assist with damage here. So I'll just fast forward this, because this isn't going to be doing anything too substantial. So now we want to use Ethan's skill, or Manticore's skill, because I don't want this guy getting as close as he is, which he already has, so that's whatever. Nope. I was a bit slow on shore, but that's okay. Both of them went in the hole, which is what we're after. And now we're going to use Telopsis' skill. And we're going to use the mirror. And now we're going to start cooking with Gummy. So her skill 2, Suzuro's skill. Push again with Shore, and hopefully there is a brawler in there somewhere. And after that, we're going to take out Shore, and I'm going to put in Red. Now, Red likely will not kill that guy. And that's not a massive issue. The point is basically to just start getting his health down. So now from here, we can just mirror again. Deploy Courier. Courier will also die, but again, it's just to take damage off our tanks. So once again, Scavenger in. And there he goes. Pull him out, put in Red. I don't think I just put in Red. Who did I put in? Rope. That's alright. So as I said, it's very dodgy towards the end. Right now, of course, it is exceptionally dodgy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick Shore in there. I was sort of hoping for a little bit more, but that's okay. But we pushed through it. Now, as you can see, obviously, the whole thing fell apart when Gummy's skill 2 ran out. Ideally, you'll have someone probably a bit more tanky, so say Nerl would be good. A stronger second healer. Suzuro can only heal so much. An alternative stunner would be good. So if you would like to swap Red out for, say, skill 2 and just drop Red in and out to keep stunning, that would be okay. Just so your healers stay on top of healing. As I said, the situation at the end isn't perfect, and it does sometimes end up like that. I probably pulled Shaw out way too early. I probably should have kept trying to push that the big guy up towards Cora, so he was attacking Cora instead of Gummy, but I didn't. I yanked Shaw out probably way too early. So yeah, if you get to the end of this video all the way through and you're listening to these little tips and tricks at the end, then yeah, that's probably something to be mindful of. Just make sure that that last guy is hitting Cora and not your healer. The reason I've actually got the tanks laid out the way they were is simply because the bulk of the heavy hitters do come through that top lane. So yeah, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But like I said, guys, I hope this video does help and it gives you at least a sort of guiding hand as to which way to go with this. If the video does help you, please like, subscribe, and check out my Twitch channel. Thanks, guys.